Hey, what's up, everyone? Mike with Imperial Tropicals here, the Friday before Christmas. So, hope everybody's doing good. We're recovering from a bad storm that we had yesterday. In fact, we just got a lot more rain not even 15 minutes ago. It was pouring down rain again. But let me flip the screen and I'll show you some of the water standing. We're actually having to pump some of the ponds down from all the rain that we just received. So, been pretty crazy weather. We're not used to getting this much rain during the winter time. So let me know, guys, if you can hear me, and make sure that I'm coming in loud and clear. I will walk you over here, show you some of the water. Hey, what's up, Will? Hey, Joshua. Nathaniel says I'm coming in loud and clear. Graham, what's up, Nick? Fidel. You can see all the water running. This was like completely dry yesterday. Hey, what's up, everyone? A lot of people coming on. Top Secret Aquatics, William, Lori, Bob, Joshua. Merry Christmas, Charlie Tango. But I mean, it's like a river pumping through. I mean, we had. I haven't looked and seen what the rain gauge said, but I'd say we had at least 6 inches of rain yesterday. I mean, it just flooded. So we're out here pumping the ponds down because we got more rain forecasted this afternoon. So, hey, what's up, Jack? Jack, I just see Rochelle was emailing you. So we had a bad day with UPS yesterday. So they've been good too, all the way up until this last day. We're only shipping overnight, as a lot of you guys already know. But UPS has delayed some of our shipments. We're not too happy about it. I mean, it is a bad time of year to ship, but we had success last year shipping all the way up to Christmas with overnight shipping. I talked to UPS and they said they had a mechanical failure at their facility in Orlando last night, and that has caused some of the packages to get delayed. So, really a bummer because everything had been going so smooth. But it's part of the deal with shipping fish is that once they leave our facility, it's kind of out of our control. I mean, I wish we could hand deliver them, but unfortunately, we depend on the carrier for that. And so yeah, so we're dealing with the customer support this morning, and maybe this weather has caused some of the delays. I don't know. So Domingo says that they're getting bad weather up in Jersey right now. Stefan said Citrus County's getting it right now. Joshua's getting rain in Georgia. So yeah, it's been some bad storms all over. So hopefully, the fish there make it fine and there's no problems. But we've had an excellent winter shipping. I mean, so far, I don't think there's been hardly any losses. You guys hear the hawk back there? We got a pair of hawks that live around the farm. In fact, he's flying over me right now. Couldn't get him in the screen. So, like I said, besides the shipping problems that we had yesterday with UPS, everything else has been going great. So we do have some good news that we wanted to tell everyone, and that is that the Madokas are ready. Yes, the Madoka white lips are ready. So Darren Turry, looking forward to it. So he says he's coming out next Friday to visit us. Jeff says it's Rudolph, not a hawk. Top Secret Aquatics says, is your farm only fish? Yes, only fish. We got dogs around. We used to have chickens till the coyotes got them. I like to get chickens again. I like fresh eggs. And we used to have horses and cows, but the horses and cows, we ended up moving off the property because they were really damaging our ponds. The cows would walk right along the edges of the banks and cave in the banks. So about a year ago, we took all the cows off the farm and we no longer have cows or horses here at our property at the fish farm. We moved on. We have another pasture land that we own that we have the cows at. So we do like fresh beef. We like fresh eggs. So um, it's a farm life. So all right. So the Madokas are ready, and let me go find them for you and show you. All right, Angie sorted them out yesterday. So first of all, let's go get a big net. Let me grab this net, the big dog. It's got a tear in it, but Charlie Tango. No, I don't have a website for fresh beef. I wish, man. We unfortunately there's so many rules and regulations with food that we don't have any of that. But yeah, if you could get it fresh, it's way better than store-bought beef. I mean, even the hamburger tastes way better than what you buy in the store. It doesn't have all the junk that they put in our foods, all the chemicals. They don't add water to it when you get pure beef, like they do the hamburger meat at the stores. So yeah, we like fresh beef and eggs. All right, so this is our big Madokas that are ready. So we actually brought the pond in last week. You guys know that I've had a few of them that I've been holding back. I'm a fish hoarder myself, so I've been holding the Madokas back until I brought this pond in, because we've been growing these guys out for about, I don't know, they've been out there for close to a year now, growing up, and I wasn't sure just how many. That's a 30,000 gallon pond, so I wasn't sure how many were in the pond, and I wanted to make sure that we brought them in, that everything went good before I started offering for sale. So we will be putting these guys up. I haven't decided what date. I will let everybody know on YouTube, and I will make a post on Facebook, but they're ready. So let me flip the screen back around. So we got quite a few 4-inch ones. So I'm gonna try to net these guys up, just so you know. It's not easy to net fish up with these big nets with one hand, but I'm going to do it for you because I'm good at it. I don't know how the net got ripped. At least it's in the top and not the bottom. All right. All right, so let me get a couple of these guys up for you. All right, here we go. Madoka white lip, 4-inch male. You can see the pretty white lips. So this is by far the hottest fish that we've had. I mean, I think there's over 300 people on our waiting list, our email list through our website. So we got a lot of interest in these fish, and they're beautiful. They're really nice fish for like all male peacock tanks. So, if you got an all male peacock tank, a Madoka white lip is a great addition to that tank. A couple cool little facts about these fish on how we ended up receiving them is we have a good friend in Louisiana by the name of Ivan Rodriguez. All right, Ivan was a customer of ours that was buying fish for a long time, and one of the times the post office dropped the fish off at the wrong location, and they were in a lockbox. And it was after hours. They told him basically that, hey, you'll just have to wait till Monday. This was like on a Friday. It's like, you'll have to wait till Monday and get the fish. Well, he kind of flipped out on them, and he actually called the cops and said that, the post office is endangering my fish. They won't let me in there to get them. And the police actually showed up. The post office actually went in there, got his box of fish for him, and brought them out to him. So right then I knew I loved Ivan. I was like, man, this guy's awesome. I mean, you know, he he really cared about the fish and making sure that they were good. So you know, Ivan got his fish. So we became friends, and I ended up getting these Madokas from Ivan. He kept telling me, he's like, man, I got a really nice strain of these Madoka white lips. He's like, I want you to breed them. So I ended up, you know, having Ivan ship them to me. And it was pretty cool because he didn't know how to ship. So I went through the whole process, and I believe I even shipped him bags and supplies to ship them to me. So he ships them to me, and we're super excited. We ended up with 20 of them, and they were just babies when we got them. And then the sad news is, like a week later, Ivan was at his job. He was doing like a warehouse construction type work, and there was an accident on the forklift, and Ivan was paralyzed from the neck down, and he's still paralyzed to this day. And so really, these fish they mean a lot to me. You know, I got a, you know, really emotional ties to these fish, and I don't want to ever run out of them. And you know, I'm still communicate and talk to Ivan to this day. In fact, just about a few weeks ago, I was talking to him and making sure that everything's going good. He is in therapy. He's getting a little bit more movement, but you know, so everybody think about how lucky, you know, that our health is. You know, Ivan had a young family too, so he's you know, he's, you know, went through some ups and downs, and you know, so that's where I got my Madoka white lips from. And then another cool story is that National Geographic emailed me like a few weeks ago, and they want to use the picture that we have on our Facebook page of the big lips. I guess the audio is bad. A couple people saying National Geographic wants to use the picture of our Madoka with the big white lips in one of their magazines for their kid magazines. So the fish is going to be on National Geographic, one of their outlets. I don't know if it's going to be in the big magazine or what, but I think that's pretty cool that that fish is getting that much, you know, recognition. You know, so really cool fish. Excited to have them available finally. We've been getting just crazy amounts of people asking for them. So we're super excited that we could introduce a fish that's pretty rare to people that would normally not have the access to it, you know. There's a few people that do keep this fish in the U.S. So it's pretty cool that we actually have them, you know, in commercial production. So we like it. So again, I'll show you which ones. Manny's asking what size Madokas. So we're going to have a 4-inch size and a 3-inch size. Here are the bigger ones. Oh, Daniel, that's right. Make sure everybody's hitting the like button. So if you don't know, the like button is you have to disable comments, and then you can hit the like button. All right. So I don't know why YouTube has not caught on to that yet, and they said, hey, you know, let's make it easy for people to like these videos by hitting the like button. Here are the 3-inch size. They're a little bit smaller. Net up a few of these guys just to show you the size difference. So at the 3-inch size, the males, there's a few in there showing really good color, like this guy. But a lot of them at this size are, you know, they're showing some good color, but definitely the 4-inch size will be a lot more colorful. Jack, I am breeding these. These are our babies that I'm showing you. So we've been working on them for about 2 years. So, you know, we're finally, you know, people think it's easy to get fish and breed them and sell them, but it's really not. I mean, I got 20 fish, you know, when I first brought them in, and I grew them up, had a few babies, you know. They didn't really breed that well for us because they were still young. And then I had to grow the first generation of babies up to big enough to breed. And then I had a decent amount of breeders, and now I'm on my 3rd generation. So it took me 3 generations of breeding them growing up, breeding them, growing up before I was able to get a big colony of them. So, um, you know, not easy to do. So, super happy. And that fish is not as easy to breed as other Mabunas are and peacocks and haps. So the difficulty level on these are a little bit higher. Uh, so super excited about that. And again, the Madokas will be posted up, I would say next week. Jacob probably wants me to do it like on Christmas Day. We didn't want to ship very many of them out before the holidays because there's so many, risk right now with shipping anything, because of the packages. Jack's asking if we're selling both male and females. We will have some females available, so I don't know how many. So cool, Daniel. I appreciate that. I didn't know that. So Daniel actually is our first person. He sent us $5 to contribute to our page, so that's pretty cool. I've heard of it. I didn't know that people could actually send money to us. So I know a lot of the YouTubers out there. I see them always promoting that, hey, become a supporter and stuff like that. So that's pretty cool. I didn't know you could do that on our page. So thanks, Daniel. I appreciate that. All right, it's Christmas time, everyone. So I hope that you aren't too stressed. It seems like it's a stressful time of year. Every year, everybody's stressed. Like, oh, I got to get gifts. I got to go do this. I got to do that. And really, it is a great time for giving. But, for me, I'm happy to be able to spend time with my family. My boys are out of school, so we're going to be doing some kind of adventure today. And I really look forward to spending time with my family. I mean, I will be working some next week, but it won't be too busy next week for us. So super excited about Christmas time and the looks on my kids' face. I mean, like, I took the kids Christmas shopping yesterday to buy something for their mom. And man, I had a great time. I mean, we went to all these different stores because we couldn't decide what we wanted to get. And, whenever we found something, it was, something that she want. Hey, I agree, Charlie Tango. Stop buying gifts. Hey, if it was up to me, it would be like handmade gifts for to give out. We used to do a lot of, canning and stuff like that. And like jalapeno peppers, we would make, we would can them. Same thing with beets. And man, I used to give that away for gifts. Deer meat, I gave a lot of deer meat away this year. So basically, I don't like materialistic things too much. And but it's still like, I think I'd be in trouble if I didn't get the wife something for Christmas. So, and she's the same way. She's not a person that is high maintenance. So like, in fact, it's kind of funny. I can't show you here, but we got some earrings from Burlington Coat Factory. That's what my youngest son picked out. They were literally $5 earrings, but they look like diamonds. They look just like diamonds, but they're $5. They're probably plastic. So I'm sure the wife will be happy that, she got some diamond-looking earrings to wear out, and you can't tell the difference of them unless you touch them and tell that it's plastic. So we're not big spenders on stuff like that. And, it's more important, to give the gift of, family and friends our time and just being able to socialize with them, That's, I'm going to try to get some of these questions. Merry Christmas to everybody. And Charlie Tango, to finish up on that, that is what causes the stress, is the pressure to feel like you have to buy, So, dang, I appreciate that, Jack. Dang, I need to do this more often, guys. So, Mike Sigfer says, close to a year ago now since I bought a group of fronts from you, and they're doing fantastic. Cool, man. I appreciate that. Steven is wanting to schedule a visit. Come by. It says SO9N. I don't know what that is, but schedule it on the website. So go to our website, and at the very bottom, you can schedule an appointment. It's really easy. You put in your email address and pick the time that you want to come, and it will schedule an appointment for you. So for sure, I mean, I got people coming by every day. We got somebody here. In fact, Paul from last week on the Fun Friday is back again this Friday. Last week he bought plants, and this week he's getting his rainbow fish. So Paul's out here right now doing an appointment, picking out some fish pretty much every day. The Trust 888. I'm going to have to research that fish for you. I'm always looking for some new and exciting fish to breed. So I will research that fish and see if it's something that maybe we would want to breed one day. So I like anything that is cool and unusual, you know. So Eduardo is asking if any frontosas are available. Yes, we do have small ones available on our website. If you go to imperialtropicals.com, you can see our whole list of fish that we have available. So, you know, just go to the website and, oh, the emperor cichlid. Okay, yeah. So I'm familiar with that fish. So I've actually been asked to breed that fish by a few of my friends down in South Florida that breed Africans. Basically, it's a beautiful fish. The downside is that it gets so big and it's aggressive. I'm gonna step back in this room. It's a little windy out here. Basically, it gets so big and aggressive that I don't know that it's a good fish for the hobby. I mean, the fish requires such a large tank that, you know, I think too many people would say, oh, I have a 55-gallon tank. I want to buy this little emperor cichlid, and, you know, it's not a suitable home for that fish, you know. He's saying they don't get as big as most peacock bass. Really? I'd say so. Yeah, maybe. My Azul peacock bass are like 10 pounds. So yeah, big tank keepers, I think, would have success keeping them. My friend David Hell up in Cleveland, Ohio, he had a big one in his tank that I remember seeing, you know, over the years, and it did really well. And I think it was in like a 300-gallon tank. So, so definitely, you know, if you had a tank that's suitable for peacock bass, for sure, the emperor tetras would be good too. So Armado is waiting for his rainbows in the mail today. Cool. Check your tracking. I did have several packages yesterday that were being delayed by UPS, and I hope it was not yours. So, but just so you guys know, even if the delivery company messes up the shipment, we make it right. You know, I had a phone call come in, and I had to tell them that I can't talk. But so basically, if there's a screw up on the delivery end, we still make it right on our end. That's one thing that kind of sets us apart from everybody else. You know, a lot of people, when they sell you something, if the delivery company messes it up, we basically make it right no matter what. We basically make it right no matter what. So good. He says his is out for delivery, so good. Glad to hear that. Trust 88 says he's got several that he's spread out with friends who have big tanks. Awesome. Eduardo, will I ever carry black nasties? I actually have some growing up. So yes, black nasties. I actually have some growing up. So yes, I will be carrying the black nasty cichlids, and they are big and black and nasty. So I look forward to working with them. Larry Deskins, what's up from California? Larry Deskins, what's up from California? Good friend Larry, he's been buying fish from us for a long time. Dennis says he'd love to visit, but he's in New Zealand. Hey, I'm gonna come to New Zealand one day. I actually have some friends in New Zealand, so there's a good chance I'll go one day. I'll be on that side of the earth, I hope, next year when I visit Papua New Guinea to collect some rare rainbows. Okay, cool. Steven says he wants to come back. I wasn't here last time he... Cool. Steven says he wants to come back. I wasn't here last time he visited us. Yeah. A lot of times I'm not here, but if you send me a message ahead of time and let me know what the date and time is, I'll try to work it out to where I am here. So Andreas says, greetings from Puerto Rico. The Blue Dragon, Lemon Jake, and the car I bought are all gorgeous. That's awesome. Hey, I love the fact that we can ship to Puerto Rico. Puerto Rico's been, our business in Puerto Rico is growing, and it's because people are having success, you know. So I really like that. So Jack says, big, black, and nasty sounds like his former boss. So sounds like he was a tough one. So a couple more. I'm just going back over these. Larry Johnson from Canada, my good friend. Larry, we are going to go to the Lake Malawi in Africa and collect fish one day. I promise you. Do not give up on me. Let me look. Merry Christmas to all. A lot of Christmas blessings. So Domingo says, have a blessed Christmas with your family. After meeting you in Jersey, I know you're truly a good person. I started my cichlid tank with your fish, and I'm so happy with them. That's awesome, man. I'm real. I'm a real person, so I don't do fake. I don't BS too much unless it's just in fun, joking. But no, I'm as real as they come, as honest as they come. I don't lie. I don't cheat. I don't steal. You know, so I know it's kind of unusual these days. You know, it seems like there's not enough of that going around. Jack says he's had great luck with our fish you've received from us, so thank you. All right, so a couple more things. If you're new to the live feed, make sure you comment and just say, hey, what's up? Hey, I'm new to the feed. You know, tell us what kind of fish you keep. You know, we like talking fish when we do these fun Fridays. So, you know, let me know what kind of fish you keep. And you know, another thing I wanted to say before I forget. Is hey, Trust 88, that article is not right. I would say bigger than 20 inches on the Emperor cichlid. I've seen them get much bigger, possibly in a smaller tank, 20 inches. But you know, Larry Johnson, who I think is watching this feed, actually goes to Lake Malawi and collects them. So Larry could probably tell us better just how big the Emperor cichlid gets. But like you said, maybe in a smaller environment they don't get as big. But you know, I would say I've heard up to 36 inches, so I think they get pretty stinking big, you know. But that's also probably in an ideal environment. Before I forget, guys, I'm thinking about doing another Facebook page that is like more of a community page. Like right now, our Imperial Tropicals Facebook page is more of a business page, you know, where we show people what we have available. But we are getting a bunch of people, and we've been getting a bunch of people that are kind of new to fish keeping. And we spend a tremendous amount of time by email helping them set up a new tank and learn everything. But I think with social media these days, it would be a lot better if I had like a community page that I could send people to, and also I could be a part of the page to help people have success keeping fish. So if you guys have any ideas on, you know, what we should call the page as far as the name, also, you know, we're going to be looking for people to help moderate the page, you know, just kind of like a community atmosphere. So basically, you know, yep. Allie, that's actually the name. We thought about Imperial Fish Keepers, you know, something simple like that. But I need a community Facebook page. Like, there's some really good fish pages out there. Like our good friend Jay Wilson has a page called Aquatic Lounge, and it's a really good page, you know, for people to go to and get help. And as you guys know, there's a ton of pages out there. I mean, that's just one off the top of my head, but I bet you there's 50 pages of way more than that. I'm a member of 50 different groups on Facebook, but there's probably hundreds of them. So basically, we're wanting to start a community page that we could just send people to get information on how to keep fish, you know, and not be like just African cichlids, but I mean, if they wanted to keep cherry shrimp, They go to that page and say, hey, I'm new to keeping cherry shrimp. What do you guys recommend, size tank and all that? And I think it'd be, not only would it be a big help to us, but I think it'd be a big help to people that are wanting to learn about keeping fish. We work our butts off trying to answer every question that people have when it comes to fish keeping, but we're answering literally 100 emails a day. So I'm not able to spend the kind of time that I would like to walk them through the process. You know what I'm saying? I mean, we had an appointment come out yesterday. She's setting up a tank, and she had some really bad knowledge that she was giving. I mean, I was telling her weekly water changes, she's like, really? She's like, I was told that you only had to do water changes once every 6 months. And I'm like, oh, wow. I said, you need to make sure whoever told you that you set them straight, So basically, there's a lot of bad information out there that we would like to direct people. I mean, I spent an hour with that lady yesterday, walking her through. She's setting up a 30-gallon tank. She owns a pool store here in Lakeland, and basically I told her, what kind of fish, because she only has a smaller tank. Basically, I was telling her that, you need to go with smaller fish. So we showed her all the different options and stuff, but it would be nice if there was a community page that, we could work with people on and help give them the help. A question just came in. Ace Dog 2000. I talked about the black nasties earlier. We do have them growing up, and we will be breeding them and selling them. So it won't be long. Another great visit and rainbow fish shopping. Thank you, Imperial. Thank you, Fab Fort. Stephen E. Facebook is too invasive at times and can get rude. Yeah, he's saying, wow, every 6 months for water changes. I wish. Yeah, I wish too. But I agree. It's a double-edged sword. Facebook is, on one hand, it is pretty invasive, but at the other hand, the way I look at it is everything's out there already. I got nothing to hide. And, so if Facebook is tracking my information, I don't have nothing to hide. So it's just that Facebook is probably the easiest tool, to go to. And I do like actual website forums better, because it actually categorizes the threads a lot better. But that's a lot more than what I have time to set up, and it would be great. There is some good forums out there, like Monster Fish Keepers. I'm good friends with the guy Lee that runs that forum, and it's a great forum. And the nice thing about website forums is that information is easy for people to find. Like in Facebook, you got pretty much after it's been posted, a week goes by, and then that post is long gone in the thread, down the timeline. So that's the kind of downside about Facebook. But the plus side is you can start a conversation on Facebook on a thread, and you can keep it going until the answers are done. So it's kind of hit or miss on there's pros and cons to everything, but I would say Facebook is probably going to be where we do it at. So a couple more questions. The Trust 88, we don't have the Gorillas blue umbies. We got the black nasties that we were talking about, but I do have a friend that breeds blue umbies, and one day when I have more tanks available, I will start bringing in his fish, because he breeds a lot of rare Central American stuff. So I think it will be sometime next year. I will have a bunch of new tanks that I can start bringing in fish from him and everybody else. The Fishy Life, are y'all going to expand the rainbow selection? Yes, of course. We love rainbows. Rainbows and peacocks are two of our most popular fish. So we are expanding the breeding on them, and I'm also got another person here in Florida that breeds really high quality rainbows. So I am going to be bringing in more types of rainbows, and we just added, I think, 5 or 6 new types last week. So if you haven't checked it out, go to the website and we've got some really good new rainbows up already. So Rob Y just got my male OB yesterday. He looks stunning already, and he's waiting for the UPS guy to bring his Eureka Red any minute now. Awesome. Love that. Jack says, call it Just Ask Mike Imperial Tropicals. No, I don't want it to be about me for sure, and I don't want to answer all the questions myself. So it's got to be a community effort, you know. So this is really my best time to talk to people anyways about fish is on YouTube right here. So Dickie Rock Hill Lump says, Merry Christmas. I'm recommending you to my daughter. Bought her a new fish tank for Christmas. Awesome, Dickie. Hey, make sure that she cycles the tank properly and understands. We were just talking about doing a community page. So if she's kind of new to fish keeping, you know, we're going to start up a page. So just follow us on Facebook, and I'll announce it on here when we start it. But and if she doesn't, if you have the experience, then make sure you teach her right, you know. Ace Dog says, how long before the black nasties are ready? You know, I don't know. I mean, at the rate I'm growing them, I would think they would be breeding by next summer, because when I got them, they were just tiny. But, you know, Domingo, I agree, man. If people act up, then you block them off. That's the way to do it. So Craig Heater says Cichlid Madness is a good group. Cool. I don't know if I'm on that page. I'll have to check them out. Ben Draw says, this is the first time catching a live feed. Few fish I currently have is a Geophagus Alto Sinu. Oh, wow. That's a nice geo. Man, I like geos. So cool. You need to send us pictures of some of your fish. You could do it on our Facebook page, or email us. I always like seeing those. I'm not familiar with the other names that you mentioned. So, hey, if this is your first time watching, make sure you hit that notification bell. If I still had Sierra here, she'd be on me saying, hey, make sure you hit that notification bell. So up at the top right, you'll see a notification bell. So if you hit that notification bell, you'll get alerts whenever we post up new content, whether it's a live feed or a new video or whatever, you know. Jeff Sorensen says, page name, Ask the Fish. All right. Ahmad, older video of a year back. Hey man, will you be breeding more of the blue OBs that you seined in? So the strain that we have right now is the that's got the blue OB in the strain. Now, not all of them are blue, but we do see a lot of blue on them. Angie just talked to me the other day. Angie's the one that breeds those fish, and she's separating out the lines, and we are going to be separating. See, hey, Sierra joined us. Hey, what's up, Sierra? So Sierra's on the page, on the thread. She says, make sure you hit that notification bell. Cool. Good to hear from you, Sierra. I'm glad everything's doing good for you. We miss you, girl. Dickie's saying, I have Mabuna fish from you. Can help her with fish upkeep and keeping fish for 60 years. Dickie V. Awesome, Dickie. Make sure you pass on that information, because that's what's been wrong with fish keeping for many years, is that people go to stores and they buy fish and they don't get no information on how to keep them. So they don't have good success, you know. So, hey, everybody tell Sierra Merry Christmas. She's on here posting. So a lot of you guys that have been on this video live feed with us before knows that Sierra was a big part of our team, and we all miss her. So, all right, so Trust 88, Everbreed green base snook 2, mini red base snook. Bred the red, I never bred the green, and I like the green, so it's the natural form of that fish. And the problem I had with the snook, though, I mean, I thought they were awesome fish, but they didn't sell that well. I think that's one reason is they get big. I didn't really think the aggression level on them was that bad, but a lot of people are scared of them, I guess, because they do get big. So, all right. Lori's saying 420 is a good group. Wicked OB and Cichlid Madness. Awesome. Jose, what's up? Your farm is 20 acres. We can help you squeeze in a few tanks. So you're right. I actually got plenty of ponds And I've got plenty of greenhouses. Like I have 6 greenhouses that are like what you see here behind us. So I've got plenty of big tanks, big ponds, because our business was mostly like commercial breeding of fish. We breed large amounts, and we're not doing that anymore. We're more about breeding rare and unique fish, high quality and not volume. But I need aquariums. I need 40-gallon breeders. That's what I need, and we have plans for that. So I've got it in the works. I haven't told very many people about it, but after the first year, I might go ahead and let everybody know what we got planned. But we've got big plans for the future, and you're going to see a lot more types of fish from us, and a lot more good videos of those fish. That's the downside I have right now, is that for me to show you guys, the fish, we basically have to net them up with these big nets like you see here below us. Let me scroll that thing down. See that big net right there, like I did with the Madokas. There's some guppy fry in that net right there. So basically I got to net these fish up, and like be like, all right, here's the fish. I want them in tanks with lights, with nice substrate. So, all right, Tom from Brooklyn. Hey, I got to find you an OB today. So I appreciate the persistence too, Tom. I got to meet Tom and his girlfriend in New York when we had the fish show, and man, it was awesome. Awesome meeting Tom. Tom had been buying fish from us already, so it was awesome to meet Tom in person and put a face with a name, So Jeff's saying he's got 220s I can make into a 40. Cool. Sierra says, thank you guys. Keep up the great support you guys give this company. Awesome. Thank you. Larry's saying he set up 8 more 40 gallons of 660s. Awesome. That's the way to do it, Larry. So cool. Rock Pile Tanks is asking, did I start the business out of a fish room? No, I did not. We actually, it's a family owned business. So like my parents actually started breeding fish in 1970. So the fish business is in my bloodlines, My grandfather actually was in the business of breeding fish. So like we actually have 3 generations of fish breeders in our family. And so it's a family tradition. I went into the military when I was younger to get away from, my hometown, and basically got out of the military and said, hey, I want to do this for a living, Actually, my dad kind of talked me into it because I was going to go overseas and work, and he's like, basically, if you want to work with the fish, the business is here. And I was like, you know what? They've built an amazing business all those years. They worked so hard for it that maybe I could come in there and learn the business from them and then take it to that next level. And I feel like we've taken it to the next level. And, I'm very proud of my parents and what they taught me. And, I feel like, it feels really good when my dad tells me how proud he is of where the business has gone. And, I'm like, well, we're just getting started. So we got a lot more to do. So, all right, Rockpile. Yeah, I was in the Marine Corps also. I was in 1998 to 2002. So I did 4 years and got out. So Manny, the big 50-year anniversary coming up. Yes, I'm already thinking about it. So this January coming up will actually be 49 years, because they started in January of 1970. So in year 2020, January 2020, will be our 50-year anniversary of Imperial Tropicals. So, I like to do things big. So you've seen some of our giveaways and things. So I don't know what the 50-year anniversary is going to be, but I can guarantee you it's going to be big. So, all right, Trust 88. If you like the forum groups better, I could talk to Lee to work with you with the Monster Aquarium Network. There's a spot in all those different forums for things you might want to do. A bunch of info. Lee's an awesome guy. I'm good friends with Lee. I've met him many times over the years, and the guy's awesome. His forum is awesome. So for cichlids and big fish, I think it's great. So you could talk to Lee. I mean, I don't want to step on anything that Lee's doing, you know. So, Lee's got his thing going. So, I'm good friends with Lee, and like I said, we communicate from time to time. He's always sharing stuff that we post up. So, and I know the network, the Monster Fish Keepers Network, is a big supporter of Imperial Tropicals too. In fact, there was a thread on our peacock bass, I don't know, 3 or 4 years ago that people had bought them from us and grew them up, and there was a whole thread dedicated to our peacock bass. So, pretty awesome network, and Lee's a good friend of ours. So, pretty awesome guy, and awesome forum too. So I don't know, maybe we start with the Facebook forum, and then maybe eventually we do a website type forum, but I think basically, starting off with Facebook is going to be the way to do it. Jeffrey Lee's asking if we're still shipping through the holidays. We will resume shipping on Wednesday of next week after Christmas. It will only be for overnight shipping though, so just keep that in mind. And there will be possible delays with us shipping them out. So Bob Conley's asking if we met the new person yet. So no, we have not. You guys have not met I've met the new person yet already, but you guys have not. She's a little camera shy, so I didn't want to. Her first day was last Friday, so I didn't want to do that to her, right? So, but I've already given her a warning. I was like, people are going to want to meet you, and she seems real fine with it. So, but she's done an awesome job. She's only been here for 1 week, and she's already learning all about fish. So, but we will we'll introduce you to her. So, Steve is saying, let me know if you need help. He's got a lot of time on his hands. That's awesome, man. I appreciate that. We do have a few people that come out and volunteer some time, but it's kind of hard for us to do it because we're so busy all the time that, when people come out to volunteer, I feel bad about just saying, hey, we're working. You want to work? We're working. So I do feel kind of bad, putting people to work that are volunteering. So Sergeant Tank, Merry Christmas. Stephen Roberts says, I'm converting over to Peacock Cichlid Tank. Is there any way, if possible, you could identify a couple that I have? Only one I know for sure is the OB Peacock. Absolutely. Send us pictures by email through the website, and I will try to ID those peacocks for you. That's another community thing, that if we had a community page, people could post up pictures of the fish to get IDs, Big E says hi. Trying to order some shrimps. I know it's very unconventional. So shrimp, we're actually, let me ask Mike. Mike, are we still stripping shrimp 2-day next week, you think? We might be able to get some shrimp out Wednesday with 2-day shipping. The shrimp ship real good. So you just got to email us and we can give you probably more info on that. So, all right, guys, hey, I'm going to have to wrap this up. So, hey, I appreciate the donations that people sent today. I appreciate the support. Make sure you hit that like button. Make sure you hit that notification button. Everybody have a good Christmas. I will make an announcement possibly Monday on the Madocas. All right, I know Jacobs want me to do it sooner than later. Those announcements will probably be done through Facebook. So if you don't follow us on Facebook, please do. That's an easy way for us to communicate with everybody. So everybody have a good Christmas. Stay safe. And we will talk at you guys next week. Thank you.